Hello everyone, I am Tessellating Hexagons back once again for some freshly picked Tingle's Rosy Rupeeland, and at last we will throw a fat profit into the tower. It's a weird number. Obviously, usually it would be 182,250, but I paid 1,000 in the last episode, so we could just throw this amount in, kind of really cutting into our fun fund, but we'll be fine. So let's get the tower up even higher still, because we have places to go and things to do and progress to make, question mark. Yeah, it feels like only yesterday that we expanded the tower to its previous height, and now we're getting it to, well, spoilers, this is the tallest the tower can get. With an asterisk. For one, there is some variance, like it does pick numbers at random for the tower's total height, like that there is a range to what it can be, but there is something else, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Speaking of bridges, we could go to one more area now. Thank you very much. And in that new area, well, we'll have a bridge to build, and then we'll have another side quest involving the bridge people, and hi, you got the cat back!
Tingle, you really have made the most admirable efforts. Your desire to get to Rupeeland is clear from the rupees you've poured into the tower. The time is near. Rupeeland lies right before us. I will take you there presently. Wait quietly for now.
Oh, Rupeeland made of gold. We have our benevolent ruler. I can hardly wait. But first, there's more. Hey, it's Gina! What do you got to say to us, dear friend?
Tess, this is the Grand Fairy. If you wish for happiness in the world, if you wish for peace for everyone, go to the great pool.
Well, we do wish for that. But I kind of want to have a look at the new area first. I mean, spoilers, you're going to want to see the Grand Fairy ASAP. You won't be able to get too far in this new area without seeing her first, but we might as well see what we're up against first. So here we are, the Oros Ruins. Tingle, listen. I just went to check on the tower. It seems that it has stopped growing. Even rupees won't make it grow, and it won't shrink. What does it mean? I'm worried. Hi, Tingle. How's it going? The Oros Ruins, the edge of the world. The adventure is nearing its end. Well done. I'm proud of you. I just called you twice just to let you know. Crying? No, just dust in my eye. I'm sorry. I'll pull myself together. Okay, come on. Go for it, Tingle. So yes, Oros, or spell it backwards and what do you get? Zorua. This was, I think, before the 5th generation Pokemon happened, but whatever. So we have a statue and it glows at us menacingly and we get nothing for it. Can we dig here? I happen to know, because I took time to look up ahead of time this time, where the local blue chest is, and we're not going to be seeing it for a hot while. But yeah, Oros Ruins, the smallest area in the game not counting Hometown Prairie. And as you can see by all of the statues, it's not really the most welcoming place. You got oinkers up there throwing shit at us. You can jump into the water to get items, but for the most part, nothing we're going to need as a matter of urgency. Oh, we have a lock, we have a snout. Can we put it in? Apparently not. It's exactly the same shape, it's the same item, it's just the wrong color. We have a hole, which we will check presently, and then there's you. Hey, you're following our sense of fashion. Well, I'm glad we're never speaking to you ever again. Here, take my money and give me the sauce. It's the last map of the game. Now, we can't really do that much with it at the moment, because we've seen 2 map markables, and there are 6 here altogether. But also, we have a hall. So we'll go down the hall and see what's waiting for us down the hall. It is Duco. Oh, it's you! You've come to see me again. I'm so happy. And what do you think when you see this bridge? I suppose all you see is a broken old bridge. Well, it's more than that. Building bridges makes people happy. If all the bridges in the world were fixed, it would be a better place. You know what I'm saying? Let's see how much you want this bridge fixed. 1, 5, 5, 5, 5. Which brings us nearly back into the quintuple digits. Yeah, we got a lot of spicy prices going on at the moment, but, yeah. I wouldn't worry too much, because, we're not going to be making that much progress in this episode. A bridge like this is no problem for me, but I'm really glad you came to see me. I've been stuck out here all on my own. I could cry. Our dad, the foreman, has got a huge fortune hidden away somewhere. Oh yeah? I'll inherit it. I won't lose to my brothers and sister. But the foreman isn't on this continent. I'm gonna search for him on the first continent. I'll be going now. I'm grateful to you. Until next time. Cheerio. Well, quite. This would be a good time for us to cross over to the fairy garden and check out the grand pool. But the thing is, yeah, as I was trying to say, we aren't going to be making much progress in this episode in terms of forwards momentum. Like, we could get the means of entering that pen to the left. Ouch. But we have other things to do first. For one, mark on the map Marco Con and Milan Cipolla. Serbia 2009 came 10th, didn't qualify because of the stupid qualification rules at the time, but I don't know where that thought came from. But for one, we're going to be spending a lot of this episode getting our money up, because as you can maybe infer from the layout of this area, especially looking at the map on the top screen, we have 3 consecutive battle arenas, okay, each crazier than the last. Like, we have a really tough battle, a really tough boss battle, and an insane super boss battle, all of which are required. And then beyond that, there's also some optional extra stuff. We don't have time for that right now, but we can at least prepare ourselves. For one, we have, friends. I can't quite do the snouty snuffle thing properly, but hey, you're a friend. Oh dear, this won't do at all. Oh dear me, will you listen to my tale of woe? Very near to here is the base of those dastardly oinkers. Yes, I noticed. I want to get back a very precious item that the oinkers have stolen. That precious item actually belongs to a young couple that I am friends with, and you're clearly not hiding behind those barrels there. Both of them are very sad, and I hate to see them in that state. Yeah, Nebraska, am I right? The girl spends all day crying, and the boy is at a loss as to what to do. What? What's that? You're going to get it and return it to them? Yeah, sure, if there's money in it for me. Eh, really? This voice is just everywhere. I'll call a couple for you now. Oink, oink. Hey, get out of here. Well, get out here. Nice to meet you. It's amazing. He's actually learned to speak. After hiding out here for a while, he actually picked up the language. He still has an oinker accent, though. Come on, you tell him what happened. My fiancée and I were all ready to get married. When I proposed to her, I gave her a present. But the oinker boss stole that present from me. Without it, we won't be able to get married in an oinker ceremony. She loved it so much, we need to get it back. Precious. It's a tragic tale, isn't it? How cruel to crush the dreams of such a lovely young couple. The boss of the oinkers is truly a terrible, horrible, nasty creature. That's why you have to help. Do it for the lovers. Do it for your lovers. I nearly forgot, before you go to the base, I have to give you this. We got a thing. Yep, this is an upgrade for the snout we already had. This is the key to the Oinker base's gate. If you use this, it should be a cinch to open the gate. Good fuck. Yeah, we'll remember these guys. We're going to need to help them in due course. Anyway, what's going on in here? Less interesting things. Planning on going to the shrine. I remember another man came here who said he was going to the shrine. He was carrying a huge sword and looked a lot stronger than you do. But that man never returned, so I don't fancy your chances. Oh, there's a trap as well. I say trap, it's easy to escape if someone presses the switch on the other side. He really didn't look like the kind of fool who gets stuck in a trap like that. Could that be a hint? It's actually 2 layers of hint, but we'll look more closely at that later down the line. Yeah, this seems like a really rough neighborhood to live in, because it's basically an army base. So yeah. So we have some friends here. Not going to want to hire them just yet, but you will eventually. Oh, wow. Someone came to visit this remote area? Thanks for coming. Hope you enjoy your stay. Just a word of advice, walking around here on your own will be crazy. After all, this is where you know who have their base. If you've got any sense, you'll hire one of our fine bodyguards. Quick smart. So here's the thing. Child me tried to do this entire area without a bodyguard. But Child me is a blithering idiot and didn't realize that enemies have health bars, so whenever I failed a battle, I thought I had to, start fighting them from scratch. Leave the dust cloud, go back into the dust cloud. I thought that reset their health back to the maximum. That's not the case. So I did relent and go back and get a bodyguard and try again, and we will be covering that, but not right now, amongst other things. For one, since we have the opportunity, 2 things that I want to make. First of all, we have all the recipes so far, save for one. So I want to make some fairy vinegar, because we have exactly enough ingredients, and then a fucking surplus of pretty flowers. Hang on a minute, why did my stupid ass think that this recipe took 2 pretty flowers? It's 7 of one thing, 7 of another, and you can only fit 15 things in a pot. So the game wouldn't penalise me after all, I'm just an idiot. But yes, let's mix these bananas and ricicles and a raw fucking flour. Well, it's not going to be raw when we finish cooking it, but you know. We may as well cook this now since we're here. And yes, the Oros ruins do have a local recipe of their own, but again, it's going to be a little while. Not the biggest of whiles, but it's going to be a hot moment before we have access to where it is, so may as well get this out of the way while we're here. And there is something else that we're going to want to get as well. And also, I did double check, you actually don't need to, cook the upgraded, you don't need to cook the super stew. If you're going for 100% completion, you only have to own every recipe. You don't need to cook every recipe. Now, I'm also making a batch of fireworks, which might seem like a really random thing to do. Trust me, you will need it for the Oinker side quest that we were just saying we were going to do. That is a required thing. I'm wording this terribly. So, at some point soon, we will go and retrieve the item that's so precious to those Oinkers. And when the time comes, we'll need fireworks. I know that's kind of a spoilerific thing for me to just come out and say right now, but just bear it in mind. Now, because we have a lot of combat coming up, we're going to need a lot of money in the very near future. I'm also, bumbling around, vaguely hoping to run into a Drifter Bodyguard, because obviously, Drifter Bodyguards, there's kind of a trade-off in the Alros Ruins. On one hand, if you have a Salon Bodyguard, you can pack a load of health potions and keep them alive and well. Whereas if you have a Drifter Bodyguard and they run out of health, that's it. You can't heal them, you can't rehire them. So, on one hand, you could bring a Drifter Bodyguard who's really powerful, but you only get one shot with them. Or, you could bring a Salon Bodyguard, and, I'll get back to this conversation in a moment.
I'm gonna be the one that gets to build this bridge first.
No, I'll take it. I thought that was Judge talking.
What are you saying? I'll do it.
Hey, we don't even need to pay them. But yes, this bridge has been sitting here for goodness knows how long. Oh, they're not even going to do a team pelvic thrust. Sad. Fine. Are you going to open and reveal your fruits for me? Pearly fruits? Pearly fruits? No pearly fruits. Sad. But yes, at this point, like, this is a really good point in the game to go and grind up money by whatever means you know how, because the tower will no longer shrink. That's one thing that I meant to address. Yeah, Pinkel means it when she says the tower is not capable of growing and it can no longer shrink. So you can just bumble around and do whatever. Hey, it's a golden pelvic thrustman. I am these idiots' dad and foreman. It seems they got a lot of rupees out of you. Oi, you lot. I know what you're up to. You haven't been fixing bridges yourself. You've been relying on this poor gentleman. You're all useless. I'm not going to show you my trade secrets. This gentleman is better than any of you. What? Shut up. Sir, I hope you will accept this by way of apology. Yep, build every bridge in the game, and you get the pickaxe. But wait, there's more. And I want you lot to give this gentleman back the money he paid you. And remember to add some for all the trouble you've caused him. What? Gaffer, you're not serious. Gaffer, can't we discuss this? Gaffer, come on. Who said you could call me Gaffer? I told you to call me Sir. Go on, see how much you can get out of them. Well, we'll do them in the same order that we first encountered them, with their sort of pride flag of Serbia kind of stripes going on here. Duke first, rather. I'm sorry, how much will it take for you to forgive me? 9. I'm going to put on screen just how much of a profit we're getting out of these people as well. So, yep. That's a good start. I'm truly sorry. It's been a while since I've done his voice, so I can barely remember how to do it. Then there's Judge. I apologize. How much would you like? 2. Here you are. This is their punishment, by the way. We're swindling them, and they deserve it. Terribly sorry. And finally, Duco. So yeah, all I've done is pay her 5,555 and then 15,555, but we can ask in return 5. Cough it up, Duco. Here you are. I sort of force a smile whenever I do Duco's voice, just won't happen again, just so I can do that voice consistently, so, yeah. I'm going to knock these guys into shape and turn them into real builders. Sorry for all the trouble. It's quite alright, we got a profit out of it in the end. Now, what else is there to do? We could turn in the, the 2 map markables that we've got from the Oros Ruins so far. There's still 4 more to get there, by the way, so don't you worry about that. But for the moment, I'm going to take, like, a manual meander over to Cape Treasure, so we can summon the pirates, sell them the fairy vinegar, and since we're going on foot as well, there's a chance we might bumble into a drifter bodyguard. Now, as I recall, like, statistically, you're more likely to encounter a drifter bodyguard on the first continent, just because the second continent, and especially the third, everything is really, really bunched up together. So, no, opposite of that. Everything's really spread out. On the first continent, everything's bunched up together. So, all their spawns are much, closer together. Like, for instance, I believe somewhere around here you can find Teddy Toto. Admittedly, he is the crappiest of the 3 drifter bodyguards, but he exists sometimes. And also, because he's the crappiest, he's the most likely for you to run into out of all of them. And you watch, the moment I say that, we find him. Okay, that's a hole. We've been down that hole. Okay, there's nothing here. We'll go and speak to the pirates, sell them the fairy vinegar, and I feel like there's an outside chance that there's an empty bottle somewhere that I've just forgotten to go and get, and off the top of my head, I am drawing a total blank as to where it is. Anyway, it's the downwards path? I always get the 2 pathways here mixed up because I'm a damned fool with a silent B. Anyway, we don't need to go back to you. In fact, yeah, the only rupee good we're missing that we could have received by now that we don't have is the one in the Deku Temple. Items, there we go. And toot the flute! Now, off the top of my head, I don't think we need that last bomb for anything, unless we feel like grinding up more bananas in the fairy garden, and we kind of don't. So, yeah, I guess I could sell that. Like, at this point, you're going to want to be as profit-minded as possible. That being said, we do have nearly 200,000, and that should be enough to serve us well in the upcoming battles. Also, this has been a full episode so far, and I've only just realized, like, how have I been going for so long already? Well, whatever. This is all very important preparation for the battles to come. So yes, we're all done with you. We just need to bring you one more specialty, or specialty, I can never remember the word, and then we're all done with you. And do we have anything? Oh yeah, we got a bunch of rubies. I thought it was only 1 ruby, but that's 4 rubies from the chest in the fairy garden. We have a couple of other sellables. I guess I'll head back to town then and cash in one last time. And then in the next episode, we will go and we will row fight the Oinker power. That said, I believe we do have the ingredients for some healing potions. We're gonna want to bring those with us in the near future. Now, Mega Tinglies. We need 3 marbled meats. Like, this is a complete full heal from 0 to 100. So give me a second to check how many of those I have. Because we have 2. Uh-huh. In that case, I may go off to Mount Desmer and just grab a few more marbled meats between episodes. Because we are going to want... We're just going to want, generally speaking, we're going to want, like... We will want healing potions to make the best use of any bodyguards we may happen to pick up next time. But for now, don't need you, or you, or you, or you, unfortunately, but you... Shut up and take my rubies. Now, somewhere in the Alros Ruins, I believe in one of the fighting pens we'll be going up against in the next episode, you can, in fact... dig up topazes, and they sell for a fuck ton, so bear that in mind too. None of these... Maybe the paralysis claw, but anyway. So the long beards, which I believe you get from the enemies that drop the bananas sometimes, and then... only 16 for paralysis claw. I had to fight a bear for that, you selfish woman. And then glossy fur from the camels. And... we're pretty much done, save for you and maybe the Tingle birds. Oh, we have the entire fairy garden to go as well. Damn, I forgot about that. So, we'll just... I'm an idiot. Spent this whole episode grinding up money, and I completely forgot. We have this, the biggest map in the game to turn in. I don't know if it's the most densely populated map, though. Or, well, not dense, but like... I don't know if this map has more map markables than any other, but they are all very valuable, and... Right. To save me rambling. My recommendation for the Alros Ruins is to have at least 100,000 rupees, at least 1 Mega Tingly, and preferably a large assertive bodyguard, but ultimately it comes down to personal preference, but basically you'll want big and you'll want clever. So the fact that I'm getting this crazy amount of money, which I forgot that we hadn't turned this in. But look at how much every individual landmark in the Fairy Garden is worth, by the way. Like, at the moment, we're getting a fuck ton of money. We will be getting more when we're done in the Alros Ruins. But at least, like, most of that is hidden behind at least 1 battle, some behind 2 or 3. And things will be hard in the next episode. That's the thing that I cannot stress enough and why I keep rambling and bubbling. Things will be hard going forwards. Prepare yourselves. If for some godforsaken reason you're using this Let's Play series as a guide, grind up money if you have no confidence. Things are going to be insanely difficult. I cannot stress that enough. 20,000! We're getting back up to... Oh, and you get 10,000 per statue, because as you can infer, there's going to be a statue for every boss we've faced, and then... the local orb, and then maybe something else. So, yeah. I could, at this point, go and buy the other maps that we've sold her before, because, as you can probably guess, once you've, like filled in all the maps and sold them back to the map lady, once you've sold all them to her, you then need to buy all of them back so you have them for keeps. And once you've done that, you get a rupee good. Might as well sell a Tingle bomb. We could go back to Mount Desmer and get more. We can make more if we so choose, but we're done for now. Obviously, we haven't filled in the map of the Alros Ruins yet, so we can't do that yet, but in the very near future, that is a thing that is open to us, but I'm not going to do that until we finish the Alros Ruins, because as I said, we're going to need money going into this, so I can't afford to buy a load of maps right now. But going forwards, I will be able to. So for now, I have been and will continue to be Tessellating Hexagons. There's this. In the next episode, I guess we'll find out whatever the hell this guy wants. See you then. For that.